Hello, hello, hello. Let's go. Another episode of the Winging It podcast. We finally have a name, so that's great. Yeah, in
Yeah.
this episode, we want to talk about failures and kind of when we were aspiring creators, what kind of failures we made and what we learned from them, and that it's super common to fuck things up and be super naive that something you think will work, but it
Hmm.
definitely will not work. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can maybe kick things off with a short story that I had. Like when I was aspiring creator, I don't remember exactly how I came about this, but I created this journal. I actually printed it. It's like a cool
Nice.
journal with QR codes and quotes from people and so on. But I think that initially the idea came to me, and just to remind everyone, I had zero audience and so on, and I somehow figured out that people will want to buy this, and this will be a huge thing. But the idea basically was, I think, when I think when you are aspiring creator and so on, one of the things that people do, they buy a lot of domain names. This could
Yeah.
be a cool
Yeah.
business, so I'll buy this domain name and that. And one of the domain names I got, I think now it's free. I have kind of retired that name, but it was
Oh,
learninseconds.com,
wow.
which was kind of cool. I liked it. Learn in seconds, that's really cool. And I'm all about, doing quick stuff and quick advice and so on. So I kind of figured out that this could be a journal. And what I kind of created was this. There's this QR code, which leads to a website, learninseconds.com/start, but now it will lead you to nowhere. And basically it had some 66 kind of inspirational people that I really like. And I kind of put their favorite quote in the journal, and then you had
Yeah.
a QR code which you can like kind of scan, and then it would go to learn in seconds /Mel, or this is like Mel Robbins, and there would be like 3 YouTube videos from Mel that I really like, some 3 segments and so on, and then you can kind of add your one idea, which is kind of fine idea, you can
Yeah.
have
I was going to say it doesn't suck at all. Like I think it's quite like a good idea. That the thing is that you launch. I mean, you probably did it when you had zero audience, but if you did something like this today, maybe with like I don't know, instead of quotes like visual something like that, then I could see like something going there.
of course it could be completely different ball game, doing this day, but it was just kind of funny, and how
Yeah.
naive I was. Just, okay, I will make
Yeah.
this thing,
Yeah.
it will be awesome. I remember they even like drove with the car to the manufacturer to pick up this book, and going back, I was kind of putting camera in my car, and I was sharing the story, like doing it completely in isolated bubble. Nobody listened to me and so on. I sold it to a couple of friends, which just bought for just not to make me feel super sad or anything. But yeah, that was basically the idea. It, of course, it was a
Yeah.
complete flop, but it was a nice experience, and I think yeah, it's just part of the journey, and it's
Yeah.
okay to go on these projects with complete naiveness that you think something will work, but I don't know, it just
Yeah.
always leads somewhere. But yeah, I think audience is a super important thing before you build anything.
that's
Alex.
that that's the thing. I think like people might see us today, so they might even see me or you. We have like 20,000 followers. We have like a business going on in the background, and they think like, oh, like these guys made it, and they probably like super wise, and they're like, and what probably they don't see because they don't know our personal stories is that the years and years of like failures or like maybe like learning experiences like this journal thing of yours, so that they are like behind the success today.
It,
Like
it, it,
both
feel, it To me it feels like you are making us sound a lot better than we actually are, at least
no,
definitely.
but no, but actually, if you think about it, like I think about it, like if my Alex from 4 or 5 years ago saw me today, he would think, okay, this guy is kind of, like, wow, I would like to be like what this guy is doing. So
And
that's
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 how I
absolutely that's
that's
absolutely
how
true.
I'm
Yeah.
that's how I'm framing it. Like a bit of perspective really helps on this in these cases. And like, okay, your you from 5 years ago shows you today. He will be like, okay, this is kind of cool. So that's how I see it. But for me, like more in failures, I was kind of obsessed, not obsessed, but I was like really into like making money online. That was like my thing because I had the job that I really didn't hate, but I wasn't like super happy with it. So I was trying to make money online to kind of escape this 9 to 5. I think this is like a common thing with most creators, I guess. So I was exploring all of these ways of doing it. I tried affiliate marketing, but like Amazon affiliate marketing. So you build this site and then you drive traffic with it with SEO. which is something that I have zero idea on. And I was like super convinced that this would be like the thing. Then I also tried like drop shipping, which is like creating these Shopify stores and then buying things on China for $1 and selling them here for like 15.
But it's always so funny. I think that it's always funny, that feeling, that naive feeling that you are so convinced that this will be huge, and of course nothing happens. Yeah, I pretty much done this. I didn't do dropshipping, but I did affiliate marketing as well. Kind of made some blog or whatever, and then I thought I will do affiliate marketing, and I bought some ads on Quora because I thought like, oh, Quora is doing a really good job of ads, making ads not look like an ad. So I thought, oh, this could definitely work. And I don't know, burned some $50 or $100 or whatever, just and generated 5 clicks and 0 sales.
Yeah, I think that's the key. What you said, like you are super naive that this would work. Like you have like a lot of belief, but at the same time, at least how it was for me. I didn't stick to it like for long enough to see any kind of results. Like if I didn't succeed in like 1 week, I was like, okay, move on to the next thing. This is not clearly not working. And most of these business models, even they are like like get rich quick scheme. It's not really like that. If you want, those business models work, but you need to put like a lot of work and time into it. So
yeah, without a doubt, that's all about the patience. But yeah, I definitely don't regret anything I did, because those all were kind of learning experiences, and those were all little signals what I maybe don't want to do, or okay, exactly. In this little project, I like this part, but this I really didn't like, and so on. So that's kind of the lessons I will take further.
So I feel the same on that end, because I also spend like quite a lot of money in like courses, like drop shipping course or like affiliate marketing course. That's something that I did. I don't know how much money spent, but I spent like a significant amount, I would say. And now if I think about it, it's like, okay, I need to frame it more like an investment. I obviously invested on this. I didn't learn shit, but it was an investment on figuring out what I didn't want to do, which is something that probably, like all of these experiences, like at the end of the day, they just led me to where I am today. So I'm kind of grateful to have spent like, I don't know, 1,000 euros.
But what's a really interesting idea about courses, which I kind of recently, that was in my course, I had these meet and greet sessions where kind of just random people jumped in and we just, whatever, had a laugh and talked about random stuff. And I really like what, I didn't remember who it was, but one lady said that she really loves to buy courses from creators, from like early stage creators, when they create their first course and so on, because she said there's so much like passion and love into them that you can't find in like these big creator courses. Because I have bought some courses as well, and you buy these from these big names, and they are extremely kind of, I think, okay, I have not bought as much, to be very good about it, but I think a lot of them are very generic, and they are not that specific. So I think it's really cool to find kind of person who is kind of early, a few steps ahead of you, and they are doing the thing you want to do, and maybe learn from them. And as well, I think a big part is, community, because usually in those huge, massive courses from like super huge creators, you don't have community and you don't have direct like support from them. And in these like courses that kind of we make and so on, it's easy to give that direct one-on-one feedback through the course. And I think that's something that was just an interesting idea, that I think it's not always, don't find the hugest, biggest name out there and buy the biggest, whatever course, the most popular and so on. That actually might not be the best investment kind of in terms of courses. Just an idea, but I really like it.
I agree with that. One advice I got a lot when I was starting out on Twitter and so on was like, look at what the person who is just 2 steps ahead of you is doing, like more than the person who is like 1,000 steps in front of you. So if you're 1,000 followers and you want to get to 5K, look at the guy that has 5K is doing. Don't look at the guy that has 100K, because what he's doing is not going to work with you, because he has like obviously like 100 times your audience. So that's, I think with these courses could be something similar. So like, try to, be there on creators who are smaller in that case, because maybe they will be more able to explain and help you out, because they just live where you are, but like 1 year ago instead of like maybe 15 years ago. So
it would be like, I don't know, you might learn a course. I don't think Tim Ferriss has courses yet, but if he would how to grow an audience, and he would be like, you need to have a blog, and then you need to do this, and that was like 10 years ago when that actually was a thing. Now you create a blog, and it's like a stupid house in the desert, and nobody goes there. So
true.
So yeah, that's just an interesting idea. But yeah, failures. I think I don't know. Well, I put out this tweet which I really liked, which was very Navalish type of tweet, which was be naive so you start, and stop being naive to succeed. And I think that's a very very true story, I guess, in terms of like kind of my journey, because I was extremely naive. I jumped in all these projects the same as you, with like huge conviction that this will work, and I always like, of course it failed, nothing worked, but I guess that naiveness and that optimism kind of kept me going. Okay, fine, whatever, skip that, move on to the next thing, and next thing, and you kind of take some lessons here and there, and you will come out to the other side. But
I guess it's probably like a trait you need to have if you want to be like a creator, being naive, right? Because otherwise you won't jump on things. I mean, at least at the beginning, no. Right now, I don't think we are that naive. Probably, like obviously, we learned a lot from everything that we fucked up in the past. But yeah, totally. Like that being naive really helped me to like, okay, this is going to work. No, it doesn't, but it's okay.
Yeah, and one thing I think I really learned this from Shaan when I worked with Shaan Puri, was like a big dude on Twitter. Well, in general, just investor and so on, and made a business, and then done all the things. And what I've learned, like while working with him, and what I got very convinced and kind of experimented more with, was this strong action bias, and really just to take action. And he was like, some slides were like complete mess, and he was like, okay, fuck it, let's go. Let's call these guys maybe who were not able to afford the course. Let's come them, and let's quickly pilot drive this thing with them. And it was like a complete mess, and he was just like iterating and doing and moving forward. It was so inspiring and so like wow to see. And yeah, that's definitely something I took. It was like, most of the times, just take action, quickly analyze, reassess, and then move on, instead of thinking that you really know shit, and then you try to perfect it. It doesn't work like that. Having a strong action bias is super helpful.
I remember, like, now that we spoke about like this affiliate kind of thing, I remember when I was trying to be like this Amazon affiliate, whatever, I remember spending like, because I'm not a really technical guy, so I remember spending like 4 hours in a day trying to like buy a domain and host it, like put it in a hosting and so on. And if I think about it right now, it's like, this is so stupid. Not because I didn't know how to do it, but it's like, dude, you're wasting like 4 hours of your time like trying to set up a domain which is perfect with whatever, instead of actually doing the fucking thing. So that's something that I do right now. If I want to do something, it's just like, domain is even almost, like I might buy the domain or not, but the thing is, like, I put a tweet out, I see, I ask people, just I put it out there, but I don't waste 4 hours, like thinking about it or preparing for it.
It's like always these nice to haves with must haves, and it's like, you do all the nice to haves, and then you maybe do the must haves. But yeah, that's very common. I actually, yeah, my wife, I was asking her like what type of failures I had when I was a creator and so on. She has a really good memory. She kind of reminded me when I was trying to get a job at Gumroad. So I was like creating this long ass email, super fancy, and created some like, okay, I have this cool idea, and this is how it could be integrated and so on. And like I spent enormous amount of time of crafting that email, and I created some visuals, and I thought like, this will be sick, and Sahil will be like, yeah, Janis, come and work for us. And then it was like, yeah, thanks. I think we have something like this in the plans. The most like scarce resources we have is like just engineers or something like that. And of course, I was applying for some project manager type of thing because I don't have like development background. So yeah, it was just another thing where you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be awesome, and you just quickly understand that that's not how it works. But I shot my shot. That was fine.
Yeah, definitely. So I was going to say that at least you shot your shot, which is something that most people don't do. And sometimes if you don't shoot it, you don't know. At least you got like a reply, which is nice. So, but yeah. I also saw like when you are trying to get like someone's attention, especially like someone like big, like, I don't know, Sahil, like, which is CEO on Gumroad or so on. Probably like the shorter the email is, the better. Like don't send like this long ass email, because just send like one sentence that, hey Sahil, I'm this, I do this kind of stuff, like you wanna chat or something, and maybe you could have gone like an interview or something like that. I don't know.
No,
But
chat. I think chats definitely don't work. I had yeah. I don't know. You probably didn't do, but I think you were in a session. Weren't you in a session with Shaan Puri where he shared his power writing tactics, and he has this one of the like modules he have is like how to write cold emails, and it's really good. It's really good stuff. I have some notes, so if you need, I can share with you.
Yeah, I was in a session he did like for like Maven course instructor kind of thing. He did like a guest lecture, and
okay.
I guess like most of the content was repurposed from like the power writing course, and it was really good. I really liked it, and I also like him as I was going to say like entertainer, but like a teacher, like, but it's like kind of both, like teacher entertainer. Like it was like actually fun to be in the room and see him. Like obviously there was like some sort of structure going in the back, but like just getting again into this action thing that you said, it was like a lot of, hey, he was talking about something and he was like, hey, what, why don't we do this? And then pick something from around this, like show me your Twitter profile, and then we go through your tweets, like super like this, and like super improvised. So I really like that vibe, like that kind of way of doing things, like this super action oriented, super like doing things in the moment. So that's one of the things that definitely helps prevent even failure, to like tying back with the theme of the episode. Just like try to do things. You are probably going to fail at most of them, but definitely if you don't try, you won't, like don't at least don't be like 4 hours trying to buy a domain like Alex did. Try to like do the thing and then see if it works or not, but at least do the thing.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. Yeah, I think we can wrap it up. Short episode on failures. Okay, cheers, Alex. Enjoy your day, everybody who's listening. Okay. Thank you very much. You and too. Yeah, you can leave a feedback to us what kind of topics you would like us to cover or anything else and so on. So yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.